नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भगवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिके. Today we will be discussing about Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 3, Chapter 9, verse number 1. The canto title is the status quo and the chapter title is Brahma's prayer for creative energy. Brahma uvacha ज्ञात असि मे अद्य सुचिरं नानुदेह भाजं ना ज्ञायते भगवतो गतिरति अवध्यं नान्यत्वत् अस्ति भगवान् अपि तन्ना सुधरं मया गुण व्यक्तिरत् यद् उहु विवशि ज्ञात असि मे अद्य सुचिरत् नानुदेह भाजं ना ज्ञायते भगवतो गति अति अवध्यं नान्यत्वत् अस्ति भगवान् अपि तन्ना सुधं माया गुण व्यक्तिरत् यद्युः विभाषि. Synonyms. Brahma uvacha. Lord Brahma said, Gyantha, known, asi, you are, me, by me, adya, today, suchirat, after a long time, nanu, but, deha bhajam, of one who has a material body, na, not, jnayate, is known, bhagavatah, of the personality of Godhead, gatihi, course, iti, so it is, abhadyam, great offense, na anyat, non beyond, tvat, you, asti, there is, Bhagavan, O my Lord, api, even though there is, tat, anything that may be, na, never, suddham, absolute, maya, material energy, guna bhaktirat, because of the mixture of the modes of yat, to which, uruhu, transcendental, bhivashi, you are. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Lord Brahma said, O my Lord, today after many years of penance, I have come to know about you. Oh, how unfortunate the embodied living entities are that they are unable to know your personality. My Lord, you are the only knowable object because there is nothing supreme beyond you. If there is anything supposedly superior to you, it is not the absolute. You exist as a supreme by exhibiting the creative energy of matter. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. The highest peak of ignorance of the living entities who are conditioned by material bodies is that they are unaware of the supreme cause of the cosmic manifestation. Different people have different theories regarding the supreme cause, but none of them are genuine. The only supreme cause is Vishnu, and the intervening impediment is the illusory energy of the Lord. The Lord has employed His wonderful material energy in manifesting many wonderful distractions in the material world, and the conditioned souls, illusioned by the same energy, are thus unable to know the supreme cause. The most stalwart scientists and philosophers, therefore, cannot be accepted as wonderful. They only appear wonderful because they are instruments in the hands of the illusory energy of the Lord. Under illusion, the general mass of people deny the existence of the Supreme Lord and accept the foolish products of illusory energy as supreme. One can know the supreme cause, the personality of Godhead, by the causeless mercy of the Lord, which is bestowed upon the Lord's pure devotees like Brahma and those in his disciplic succession. By acts of penance, only was Lord Brahma able to see the Garbhodakshayi Vishnu, and by realization only could he understand the Lord as he is. Brahma was extremely satisfied of observing the magnificent beauty and opulence of the Lord, and he admitted that nothing can be comparable to him. Only by penance can one appreciate the beauty and opulence of the Lord. And when one is acquainted with that beauty and opulence, he is no longer attracted by any other. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 2.5.9, Param Drishtva Nibartate. Foolish human beings who do not endeavor to investigate the supreme beauty and opulence of the Lord are condemned here by Brahma. It is imperative that every human being try for such knowledge, And if anyone does not do so, his life is spoiled. Anything that is beautiful and opulent in the material sense is enjoyed by those living entities who are like crows. Crows always engage in picking at rejected garbage, whereas the white dogs do not mix with the crows. Rather, they take pleasure in transparent lakes with lotus flowers, surrounded by the beautiful orchards. Both crows and dogs are undoubtedly birds by birth, but they are not the same feather. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकय चक्षुर्मृतं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः त्रिचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददान्ति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुवैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथवितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितं च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिकांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे निराचल निवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्राय सुभद्राभ्यां जगन्नाथाय ते नमः. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you for joining for today's morning Srimad Bhagavatam class. Today's topic is very brilliant, very beautiful, and Prabhupada has put all kind of nectars in the translation and purport. So with all of your mercy and blessing, I'll try a little bit and I will endeavor a little bit to glorify this beautiful subject matter. However, I'm not qualified much to discuss about this, but with all of your blessings, I will make an attempt. Now here, in this particular chapter, this chapter is called Brahma's Prayer for Creative Energy. So in the last chapter, we saw that Brahma was manifested from Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. When after that, Brahma started praying, and then he did devotional service, lot of penances he did, and then he was able to see Lord Vishnu in his form. So now further Brahma is glorifying Supreme Personality of Godhead in the form. So this topic is about that. This particular chapter is about that. Here Prabhupada in the purport he is mentioning very nice points. His Prabhupada is mentioning this purport here. The highest peak of the ignorance. What is the highest peak of the ignorance? Why some people are ignorant? Because they are unaware of the supreme cause of the cosmic manifestation. We don't know why this manifestation is happened and why we came. So that because we don't know that, that is the highest level of ignorance. When we don't know that, that is the highest level of ignorance. Then Prabhupada is mentioning only supreme cause is Vishnu. There is nothing beyond that. If anything is beyond that, Brahma is saying here, if anything is beyond that, that is not absolute. Only Krishna is the absolute. So later Prabhupada is mentioning in the purport, how to know Krishna? You can know Krishna only by the mercy of the Lord and his associated devotees. Now Brahma is, we see here how Brahma could know. Brahma could know Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu by the act of penance. And by his realization only, he could understand. Here Brahma is saying also, nothing can be comparable to him. Later on in the purport, Prabhupada is describing about crows and dogs, like the mentality of the devotees, how we are going to discuss about this in detail later in the further discussions. Now, when Brahma is coming out, Brahma is basically the fast creation of the of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. So it's the fast creation. And he did penance for around 100 years because he was kind of confused at the beginning from where I have come. So he tried to attempt to see. Then later on, he could see that his creation is from Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu, who is lying in the bed of the Anantasas. Now Brahma is saying that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the only knowable object because there is nothing supreme beyond him. He is the only absolute truth. Like we have the essence, we have the knowledge of the localized form of God, then who is inside our heart. Then we have that Brahma Jyoti form, Brahma form. Then we have, which like Nirakarvadi, they believe it. Then later on we have the Swayam Param Purusha Bhagavan. That Swayam Param Purusha Bhagavan Krishna is the absolute truth. Here Brahma is saying that he is the absolute truth, and from him everything comes. Like whether it is a living being, non-living being, everything comes from same Krishna. Even Brahma has come from him. That's what actually Brahma is saying. Later Brahma is saying that knowing him means that you know everything. If you know Krishna, you know everything. So in Mandukya Upanishad it says that Yasmin Vigyate Sarvam Evam Vigyati Bhavati. Knowledge received through this transcendental causeless mercy of the Lord is so perfect that by the knowledge the devotees become acquainted with all the different manifestations of the Lord. Now if we see here that everybody should aspire to know, what to know, that from where he has come from, and what is the relationship of him, and who is Supreme Personality of Godhead. So everybody has to know. Now from this knowing, desire to knowing, the knowledge comes. Basically here, knowing Krishna is everything. How we will come to know Krishna? When Krishna is revealing himself to us. Here, Brahma is not able to see from how he has come. Later on, Krishna himself, as form of four and form, Garbhodaksa Vishnu form, is revealing himself to Brahma. So that's why Brahma could see him. So even if Brahma desired so much thing, he went here and there, all four directions to look for it, but he could not see it. Only because Krishna desired to to give his darshan in this four-head Garbhodaksa Vishnu form, that way Brahma could see him. So Krishna, in the next picture, we'll see that how Krishna is revealing is the Garbhodaksa Vishnu. Now, if we see that Brahma's prayers are not simple prayers. Like somebody today, I might write some prayer glorifying our deities. Someday, some other like mundane poet can write. But these prayers are not, Brahma's prayers are not simple prayers. Brahma is the first creation. He is very, very intelligent. When the first creation we see, right, they get everything, they get all the potencies from Krishna, and he is created. And Krishna has given enough intelligence in Brahma. So Brahma is kind of, like everybody's forefather. So he's not that he's not like in our level. He's at a very, 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 very high level. We cannot even imagine. We are not able to think of Krishna, but Brahma is able to realize. He is kind of in 100% realization about the position of Krishna. He is perfectly realized. His understanding is there. His knowledge is there. So whenever he is doing a prayer, that is with a complete realization. And those realizations, how it has come? It has come from his austerities and the penance. It has come. So Brahma has done the meditation for around 100 years. If we see here in this picture, that Brahma, he after this meditation, he is seeing that form. So Brahma in that form, so Brahma is very, very realized. So he is able to see the Lord. So Prabhupada upon says that seeing the Lord doesn't mean that seeing with our own eyes. If we go to temple, we say that, yeah, we are seeing the Lord. Lord is standing in front of us in two-hand form, and he is holding a flute, and he is Radharani standing next to him, and here Jagannath Baldev Subhadra is there, and here Gaurita is there. So that doesn't mean that that we are seeing the God. Seeing the God means that you are basically realizing that he is the highest truth, and that is the greatest achievement. So basically seeing the God is actually a science. We have to feel that the presence of the Lord is there. So that is the highest science, and it is not easy. So why Brahma is able to see Lord? Now here Prabhupada is explaining. Prabhupada is explaining why Brahma is able to see Lord. Because of the mercy and the will of the Lord, he is able to see it. Now in our case, how we can see the Lord? We can see Lord by Krishna's mercy and Krishna's will, and all the Vaishnava's mercy is also needed. If we offend any Vaishnava, if offend any senior devotees, we won't get that mercy because Krishna is already bound by the devotees. So in that way, we want to be able to see Krishna. Now here Prabhupada is again saying that Brahma has done a lot of penance and austerities. Brahma's 100 years is not like our 100 years. It is pretty high than us. So Brahma has done severe penance and austerities for many, many years. That's why Brahma was able to see the forehead form of Krishna. Then, after doing devotional service, we acquire some understanding about what we are doing, why we are doing. So, understanding and knowledge then develops by doing by doing this austerities and by doing refraining ourselves from so many anarthas. So then understanding and knowledge develops. So Brahma is full of this understanding and knowledge. Then when understanding and knowledge there, then Brahma, then you become realized. So Brahma is 100% realized soul. So this realization is acquired by the pure devotional service. So, so the greatest achievement of the human life is to achieve the grace of the Lord or the love of the God. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Chaitanya Charitamrita says the Prema Pumartha Mahan. Basically, the love of Godhead is the highest essence of our life. So entire Chaitanya Charitamrita will see that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how he is trying to distribute the grace of the Lord, the love of the God, he is distribute. So Rupa Goswami, he is praising Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Mahabadanya, as he is freely distributing the love of the Godhead for everybody. He is not saying that, yeah, this person is qualified, that person is not qualified. He is not saying that. When in Jagannath Puri, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is holding Haridas Thakur, and he's going and he is like he's a Muslim by birth, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is going to him. Same Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is going to Raghunath Goswami, and Raghunath Goswami is honoring that leftover Mahaprasad outside, which is outside where it is where it is like dogs are eating. Raghunath Goswami is eating from that. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is eating from that. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not discriminating. He is distributing the love of Godhead just like that. So then we see in the Debahuti and Kapila Muni and Gardha Muni pastime, we see that Gardha Muni is telling Debahuti to acquire the highest goal of life, which is the love of God through his son. Now Brahma is knowing all these things. He knows that getting the grace of Lord is the highest thing. Everything he knows, and he is reciting these beautiful prayers. He is reciting, and he is creating the entire, helping in the creation of the entire universe. So now he has seen that Krishna, the Param Purusha Krishna, is in the foreign form at the Garbhodaksha Vishnu. But after having so many intelligence, so many knowledge, so many penance, the same grandfather Brahma is getting bewildered again in the Brahma Vimohan Lila. So we are not going deep into this Brahma Vimohan Lila because you all are very much aware of that pastime. I will just go little bit in kind of touch few points from that. So when Brahma is saying that this little boy Krishna is sitting with the Gopa boys, and he is honoring he is honoring in the prasad in a picnic mood with them. Let's see the previous picture. Yeah, here. Then here you see that Krishna is sitting with the little boys, and he is honoring his cowherd friends. He is having a picnic. So here we see Siddhama, Sudama, and everybody have got so many nice preparations their mothers have given. And Krishna himself is having curd rice and pickle. In Bhagavata, it is Prabhupada has mentioned that he is eating yogurt rice in his hand, and there are some parts of fruit is coming out from his finger. That the small kids, when they eat, right, they kind of little bit messy in the hand, and when they mix their hand inside the yogurt rice, there is some yogurt rice comes out from their hand. So you can imagine in that form, Krishna is giving to some Gopa boy here that, yeah, you take it. Now here Sridhama or Subhara is telling that my mother makes the best laddu, Krishna, so please eat it. So Krishna is taking from a little bit laddu from that boy's mouth and eating it. And some other boy is saying that my mother has made the best rasgullas. And some other boy is saying, yeah, my mother has made the best sandesh and srikhand. Then Krishna is nicely enjoying. He's having a picnic with all these his friends. So Brahma, when he is seeing that he is kind of bewildered, definitely Brahma will be bewildered. He has seen the all opulence of form of Krishna, the Garbhodaksha Vishnu, with Sankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. That Krishna is holding everything, and he is in the Ananta's bed. Mother Lakshmi is massaging his feet. He's thinking that, yeah, all opulence is here. He has seen in that form, and he has heard that Krishna has come by the demigods and the prayer. Krishna, that same Vishnu has come and he's doing the Gopalila here. So he has come to see now what is going on here. Now, looking at all those things, Brahma is totally bewildered. That my master, who has the full opulence, what is he doing here? Now Brahma is totally kind of bewildered. So in this bewilderment, He wanted to test whatever I saw that time, is it true, or whatever I'm seeing now, it is true. So he tried to little bit test it. Now here we must see that why Brahma could not see Krishna in the two-hand form. Why he could not see? Because we can understand Krishna and we can see this beautiful two-hand form only by Krishna's mercy. So later on, what Brahma did to test it, he took all the cowherd boys and gopals he took, and he again did his penance. When he comes back, what he sees? He sees that again the same creation is there. Again, whatever he saw before, he's seeing the same thing again now. So Brahma is again confused, and he goes back to see that yeah, whatever he has stolen there, those gopa boys and the calves, they are already with him, and again he is seeing there. Then he again like he closed his eyes and he saw whatever he saw, he was again more then like he was kind of shocked. He saw that they are not all there, that all these little gopa boys, all these calves, they are basically all Vishnu. They are basically all these boys are basically foreign forms of Vishnu. Then he realized that he saw one Vishnu initially, but here he is seeing thousands of Vishnu here, thousands of Vishnu in the form of little gopals and little calves. That moment he realized, yes, I have done a blunder, I have done a mistake. Then immediately he came down. Immediately he came down and he sat in his knees and he started praying to Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hey Krishna, please forgive me. I have done a mistake. Now in this picture we see that Krishna is standing in Vrindavan under a tree and Brahma is doing the prayer. Now later on, now once Brahma was realized, but now Brahma is even more realized. So when Brahma is now more realized, he started offering his Brahma Samhita prayer with the more realizations. What then Brahma is saying? Brahma is saying that Krishna's opulence is beyond the reach of my mind, body, and word. Basically, in Srimad Bhagavatam, when this Brahma Bhimavana Lila, I was reading about this. Brahma is saying beautifully that there are people who say that I know everything about Krishna. Let them think what they say. As far as I am concerned, I do not wish to say very much about this particular topic. Oh my Lord, let me say this much. As far as your opulence is concerned, they all are beyond the reach of my mind, body, and word. I cannot even imagine what is your opulence. When Brahma, who is the most religious person, is saying that, what about us? So sometimes we think that yeah, knowing God is very, very easy. Yeah, it is easy, but simultaneously it is very, very difficult also. So we see here that Brahma only knows the forehand form of the Vishnu, but the Gopa boys and the Jasodamai and everybody, they are all pure devotees. So because they are pure devotees, Krishna is revealing the Gopa pastime, Vrindavan pastime to these devotees only. So here we see that one can see Lord only by the Krishna's will. Though Brahma was most intelligent, he was still bewildered. So now we see that yeah, with Krishna's will, everybody can see the two-head form of Krishna. But second thing to meditate here, there are so many demons they fought with Krishna. Like Kamsa was there, Shishupala was there, Jarasandha was there. For them, Krishna was the death personified. For the Gopas, Krishna, when boys will see that Krishna was fighting with the monsters, then Subala sometimes will come that come Krishna do wrestling. So Krishna was revealing them into that mood. To the gopis, he was revealing in a different mood. The elder gopas were very, very protective about Krishna because they were very scared that the monsters might affect him. So they have a different mood. So then in Bhagavad Gita in 18.55, Krishna says, one can understand me as I am, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, only by devotional service. And when one is in full consciousness of me, by such devotion, he can enter into the kingdom of the God. So basically, the beautiful line here, Bhaktyamam Abhijananti, only by devotional service. Now, we all will think that if we all are here doing devotional service, but side by side, we should think what should be our attitude towards the devotional service. We cannot think that yeah, devotional service is very, very casual. Sometimes when we do devotional service, we take it granted. We think that yeah, I am helping, I am doing this service, I am coming and cleaning the temple, I am coming and doing this garland seva. Without me, it cannot happen. Krishna is dependent on me. But that moment, we take our services casual. When we take our services casual, then the anarthas come. It becomes very, very difficult. where our mood should be in a different way. When we do devotional service, we should think that this is my last, this could be my last devotional service. So I would give my 100% here, so that with this devotional service, I will meditate about the Supreme Person of Godhead whenever my difficult time is coming, or whenever my death is coming. Or through this devotional service only, I can connect with the Supreme Person of Godhead. So it cannot be casual. Rather, we should think that we are blessed and we got an opportunity to help. Basically, we are not helping. Krishna is helping us by providing the service. When we think in that mood, then our service quality will be better. We cannot take things as granted. Then we will have a proper service attitude. With submissiveness, with humility, we should do the devotional service. Then only Krishna will accept our devotional service. Otherwise, whatever service we will do, it will only give us pain. If you are not getting any pleasure out of devotional service, that means you are taking it as casual, and we are going to we are going to disturb all the other devotees and senior Vaishnavas if we become casual in our service and we don't have a proper service attitude. Now here Prabhupada is towards the last purport, he is mentioning about the crows and the dogs. Basically, if you see, the crows are the black colors and the dogs are the white colors. And both of them have feathers. Both of them have got the birds by birth, but they don't have the same kind of feather. Here Prabhupada is comparing the fruity workers or the passionate men to the crows, and the saintly persons kind of swans. Like we say, like Paramahamsa, right? So basically they are the swans. The swans, what do they do? Swans basically they are always with the clear water. Where we say that crows will be always in the mud water, near the mud water. They will be always making noise. So they will be always coming in the group. So crows take pleasure in a place where the garbage is thrown. Like the passionate fruity workers take pleasure in place of gross sense pleasure. What they do? They got pleasure from the mundane topics, sensual literatures, and they don't glorify the Lord. Basically, they are in their self-glorification. I did this, I did that, like that. So basically, they are not glorifying the Lord. So whatever they do service, they see that whatever they do, they think that, like how I'm going to be glorified. So basically, this is a crow mentality. Even if they will give them the highest topmost service, they have a negative attitude. Like there are Prabhupada always mention, like in particular some dhammas or some temples, there will be brahmanas, there will be blaspheming. They'll be finding faults. They won't be doing their services nicely. While doing the service, their focus will be somebody else. Like there was a Brahmin and there was a cobbler nearby. So Brahmin will be always seeing who has come to that person's house. So with that attitude, he will be doing his sadhana. So those kind of things are basically crow mentality. When you are doing services, somebody passes by some comments. So then you get attracted by that, and like a crow, you started like doing same kind of prajalpas all around, same kind of blaspheming, same kind of negative talking you did. You will be doing high service. You will be cooking for the Lord's sake. You will be doing the singer of the Lord. You will be doing the garland seva, or you will be doing book distribution. Anything, all the high service you will be doing. But simultaneously, your focus will be something else. Then, because you are looking for some kind of sense pleasure. Then there are second categories of devotees. They are the swans. They are basically seen in the place of natural scenic beauty, Prabhupada mentions here, whereas they are nicely decorated with the stems of lotus flowers. So saintly persons are like that. They are always eager to please Krishna and Krishna's devotees. They are spiritually very, very advanced. They get pleasure by becoming Krishnaized. Even if they do little bit menial service, they have a very, very positive attitude. Like there will be cobbler, they will be fixing the shoes in a dhama, but he will be in there was a story of in Jagannath Puri, there was a cobbler, he will be fixing the shoes, but he will be reciting Gita Govinda. Since Jagannath will be coming out from the temple and he will be standing behind this particular man who will be fixing the shoes, and he is reciting Gita Govinda, but he is serving the Vaishnavas with proper humility. Whoever is coming to see the dham to take Jagannath darshan, this person is doing the seva. So now in the morning, yesterday when I went to the morning, I saw our dear Jayaprakash Babu is sweeping the floor. Early morning, he is coming and attending the Mangala Arati. He is reciting, he is doing the Tulsi prayer. Then after that, he is sweeping the floor. He is sweeping the floor by singing nice mantras, and he is in a properly blissful mood. So that moment I saw what kind of service attitude, what kind of proper humility he is doing this service. What any service in early morning, sweeping the temple floor, what no is the best service. So that's what I was thinking, such a menial service Prabhu is doing, and he is getting so much bliss. So immediately that point was striking into my mind, that how to do this menial service with so much proper humility. Whereas when we do so much high end service, what kind of mood we should carry. So now I was thinking, basically from I was while preparing this club, while reading about this part, what I was thinking yesterday, to understand what category we are becoming. Are we becoming a crow category, or are we becoming a swan category? So maybe it's a task for myself every day in the end of the day to see what activities I have done and where do I fit over there. So maybe few of us along with me maybe think about it if you want to. So we have heard about in this particular thing. I want to conclude here that what Prabhupada is saying by the penance and austerity, and about the devotional service, and later on what is the highest object about the and there is nothing beyond Krishna as the absolute truth, and he is the most beautiful, and later on finally about our service attitude. So with this I would like to end today's class. Any comments and any reflections maybe you can share here or in the Nityam Bhagavatam Seva group. Thank you very much. Haribol.
Thank you very much, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Prabhupada said in one place in Mayapur, I think, his disciples are giving the realization that I am not fit to be your leader. I am not fit to be your guru. That's what in Prabhupada, in a humble mode, Prabhupada is saying. So that is the position of a spiritual master. That is the position of a pure devotee. He himself always thinks low. And imagine our position and what service we are doing compared to pure devotees. Nothing, 0.0001%. So I think so. That's what we have to keep reflecting on. What Srila Prabhupada is saying, how we should carry our mood. Thank you. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to the wonderful Vaishnavas from this assembly. So we'll chant 3 times prayers. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Jai Narsimha, Jai Narsimha, Palada Jai Padma, Mukha Padma Vranga, Ugram Viram
Mahavishnu Jayantam Sarvabhaumam Narsimham Bhishnam Bhadram Mrityum Namami Aham.
Bhagwan ki jai,
Prahlad Maharaj ki jai.
So just quick announcement, Janmashtami is coming up Monday and Tuesday, Prabhupada Appearance Day. So a lot of services to be done. So we need to do cleaning on Sunday. I think Prem Kishore Prabhu is working with the Prema Prabhu to get the marble and everything clean with the machine. And the altar we have to do with hand, obviously. Altar top on the dome, and also where the deities reside. So that place. So anyone available, please let us know. On Sunday we'll do that cleaning, and also the temple hall and everything else we should clean on Sunday. And decoration will happen Sunday evening. And Monday 11 o'clock cooking is happening. For prasadam serving also a lot of devotees needed because of the COVID situation. We want to have mask and head cap and distance and serve in such a way that there is no issue. People are not together. So we need more help in terms of maintaining that social distancing and everything. Even we have to be at the entrance, making sure everybody has mask and following social distancing, at least in the peak time. 5 o'clock to 10 p.m. is the peak time. So please help us, whoever is available. And a lot of other services on deity side is also there. And obviously on the other side, devotee kitchen also. And Prabhupada Appearance Day also will be cooking. I heard, I did speak with our resident devotees. Yeah, they are making the items for the afternoon. Generally, that's the time Prabhupada wanted offerings to be done. But our public program is in the evening 7 to 9 as it's announced on the flyer. So please let us know how you like to serve. Thank you. We'll offer our respectful obeisances to all the wonderful devotees assembled. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya pasanubhyavcha Vaishnavandu ki jai. Hare Krishna. Hare Hare Bol.
Thank you, Prem Sarovar Mataji, for wonderful.
Thank you,
Thank
Mataji.
you.
Wonderful class. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Everyone, Hari Bol.